Tom Tucker.
And my name is Frank Mustard.
And these are today's messages. In today's news, there has been a terrorist attack in Harrods, London, and another terrorist attack in Afghanistan. In Germany, a Ferris wheel broke down, and furthermore, a new animal species has been discovered. But first, we'll talk about the terrorist attack in Harrods. At 3 p.m. this afternoon, several members of the terrorist group have blew themselves up in the famous mall Harrods in London. Eyewitnesses said they saw heavily packed foreign men inside the department store. After they went to the middle floor, they ran into the nearest fish and chip stall and blew themselves up. Up till now, 150 people were killed and over 250 people are still missing. The British government hasn't responded yet to the attack. It is now the 6th time this year, in 5 years, that this has occurred in Great Britain. The motive of the terrorist members remains unknown. Harrods is now closed for restoration and further research. It is expected to be open again at March 12th. This morning in Afghanistan there has also been a terrorist attack on the West European embassy. We now switch over to our reporter, who is now live at the crime scene. Hank, are you there?
Well, thank you, Tom. As you can see, I'm in Afghanistan here. I'm here because something horrible happened. You may have heard about this earlier today, but reporters weren't allowed to enter this area because there was still great danger of other terrorist attacks. But later at today we were allowed, and I was shocked. Just one day ago behind me were 2 4-star hotels. Both got nearly destroyed by the attack, but things got worse. About 1 hour later there were more explosions, bigger explosions. This is the biggest explosions since 9/11. 50 square kilometers happened to be totally destroyed. When I came here I only had 2 questions. Who did this and why did they do this? Still, I haven't found any answers. I was only able to speak to a few people. Many were heavily injured or traumatized by what happened to their lives. The count of people died is estimated at almost 150 people already. The count of people injured is estimated at almost twice as much. As far as we know, about 40,000 people are still missing. The situation here is difficult to describe. I have the feeling Afghanistan wants to declare war, but don't know with who. So they will focus on rebuilding this area. That, of course, requires a lot of money. So please donate something. Every bit of help counts. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Hank. Now to another subject. In Fun Park, Germany, a Ferris wheel broke down. How it could have happened remains unknown. It occurred at 10 o'clock this afternoon, when the Ferris was just spinning as always, when the witnesses heard a crack at the bottom of the wheel. The Ferris wheel slowly came down and started to roll about 60 yards. Then it finally fell down on the ground. When it broke down, 40 people were in it. 10 of them have deceased and 4 of them are still in critical condition at the hospital. Tomorrow, an investigation is starting on how the Ferris wheel could have possibly come down. Now for the sports. The long-awaited soccer match between Arsenal and Manchester United will be played tonight. It will be played at the Emirates Stadium starting at 8 p.m. The tension is rising and the supporters are streaming in. We have our journalist Peter Panda in London now. Peter, tell me, what's the situation over there?
Thank you, Frank. I'm here today in London, near the Emirates Stadium. Tonight the big match between Arsenal and Manchester United will be played. At the beginning of this season, Arsenal was slain by Manchester United. In this match, Wayne Rooney scored 3 times and the final score was 8-2. Tonight, Arsenal wants to take revenge. The Gunners are playing better at the time, but occasionally lose matches they should have won. Coach Alex Ferguson of Manchester United must win this game. The rumor goes he'll be fired if he loses this match. Manchester United is going through a rough time. They're losing a lot of matches they should have won, and their biggest rival, Manchester City, is slipping away from them. But in the FA Cup, Manchester United is doing well. A few days ago, they beat Manchester City and now are going to the quarterfinal. It isn't sure if Wayne Rooney will play tonight. He's suffering from a groin injury and he's not yet fully recovered. Wayne Rooney is the big man of Manchester United, and it will be a big loss if he can't play. Arsenal's big man is Robin van Persie. He was top scorer of 2011 and he wants to continue this in 2012. Today an offer of Manchester City came in. They offered £30 million on Van Persie and he would also receive an annual salary of €50 million. That's an extraordinary amount. Arsenal is coming closer to the top. They must win this match if they want to play for the first 3 places. Arsene Wenger told today his team can easily compete with Man U. This was all. Back to you, Frank.
Now for the weather report. It has been a strange winter so far. Less cold than expected and not even a little bit of snow. But we expect things to change as a late northern wind will reach the Netherlands around Thursday afternoon. It will cause a rapid decrease in temperature to a minus of 8 degrees. With that, a little bit of snow might fall, but we'll have more information about that tomorrow. For a shorter period, we're looking at a calm night with a bit of rain in some areas, mostly the south and southwest. The temperature will drop from 14 to 6 degrees and in the east and 2 degrees in the west due to a sea wind. Tomorrow we're looking at a dry, cloudy day. In the north, the sun might break through around noon. So folks, I wish you a good night. This has been the weather report by Frank Mustard.
Well, these has been today's messages. Thank you for watching and I hope you have a pleasant evening. Bye.
Bye, Sean.
Well,